All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. This one's going to be a little quick, and this is way less about bragging about being right, because you know if you watch my videos, I'm not here to brag about being right. This is all about celebrating, all right? This is so beautiful, right? Did you see CGC run? My goodness, I mean, I am excited, not just for today, because again, that's what I was stressing on my video over the weekend, right? Like, it smelled like good, sustained uptrends might be forming. I had a lot of weight on today. If you watched my video, you know I was optimistic. You know I even literally said on the video, I am more bullish than I was before. I had a lot of weight on today, and today delivered. Right, so we still have some tests, all right, and again, I think if you watch the video I made, I think it was yesterday or Saturday, or so I don't even remember, but yeah, a couple days ago, it's a lot more detail on this. Today, like I said, I'm just going to do a quick little touch on these, and really more than anything, man, celebrate the day, because a lot of pain in this sector, right? So let's enjoy it when it's here, all right? And then again, you know, I'll be honest when things start to get a little shaky, all right? But before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here, letting me have conversations with you all, giving me your time, I'm so grateful for it all right? So again, if you didn't watch the video over the weekend, there's a lot more detail in that one. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing a quick one here because we were ready for today. And really, we've been ready for today and Friday since really the last week, right? So I was getting excited and we do what we did, right? So what happened today? Look, on Friday, I stressed that it's very difficult to break a single line of these 5. If you're going to break 2 on a single day, I can see really big things happening. One thing I thought was going to happen was we were going to gap up, open right here, and then basically close right here. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what the number was. It might have been close to 205. If anything, I at least had this $2 line right here. But again, whatever, right? We clearly get over the 50. We clearly make that nice run. Super happy that we broke those 2 lines. But again, remember, today is now over the 50 moving average. All right. First time in what is this? Month and a half, give or take a month. The 25th. Wow. September. No, a couple months. Damn. Yeah, busy day today. Sorry about that. But this 50 average line is no joke, okay? Just because we smashed it and ran, you know, keep a little bit of I need a little bit more. Look, this can very easily come down to $2, if not maybe even as low as $1.98. Clearly, basically, let's just call it $2, right? What I'm expecting and what I'd love to see is basically this go to $2.13 tomorrow. Maybe even try to wick this 220 point, all right? And again, this will be the big test. Can it actually get over the last 2 moving averages? You know, I've been saying it. It's real, again, kind of going back to this. It's hard to break 2 lines, right? That's the 2 biggest, hardest, the last lines for a reason lines. And they're a little on the tight side. Like, that's going to be hard to break, that $2.22. But I see another 10% coming. I do. I think we at least want to get there. From there, we'll see what happens, right? And again, one of the things I talk about was the average on the volume, right? It was all the way up here, just not sustainable. As it's come back down to reality, we're now actually able to just barely break it on Friday, smash it on Monday, get the repercussions of it. Again, I know 7% doesn't look like a big day when we're seeing these like 100% gainers, right? But that's a big candle. It's maintaining my bullishness, right? And again, I'm not here to be bullish about one day and watch it dump, right? Like that's like we're we're hoping for sustained uptrend right now. That's the goal. All right. So I'll look at the weekly before I say that. Yeah, again, boom, right there. We want to come, this is saying it wants to come to 230, maybe even 223, because that's actually where the 20 moving average is, right? I was basically saying 222 right in the middle of the two of them, right? But yeah, I think we're going to want to go there. I really do. So I care more. Let me say it like this. Let's end it here. I care less about getting here. I want to break it and run. Like, if we break this line, I can see it running to 3. There's not, and I again, go to the video. I know I talked about it over the weekend, but after this, it could be a really, really cool 50% give or take, right? But you have $2, you're basically going to add one more dollar to that and take it to 3 something, right? Like, that's some beautiful trading if it happens, right? But Tilray, a lot to like. Let's move into CGC. Oh man, there's so much to like here. All right, there is so much. Listen, the videos have been about this inability to escape. It's hard when you have 4 moving average. Like, it's actually been just and then finally, boom, right? Like, today was a big day. Today's a candle that I love because you can see it. The high of the day was 76. The close of the day was 76. People just kept buying and buying and buying and buying and buying and buying and loving it, right? Same volume comments from Tilray. RSI is a little high, 79, but I mean, look at this thing. It wasn't that long ago. The RSI was literally in the 90s, 80s, 70s. Okay, it kind of dropped real quick, but it's been there. I think it might, I think it's going to maybe want to try to come here. Maybe 95 cents. What are you? I think 86 cents is a good target for tomorrow. I can see it having a little bit of juice for another dime in that thing. Why not? I can see it. I can. Again, it looks like if the echoing comment from the last video, if Tilray keeps going, so will the others. All right. I genuinely, like, don't get me wrong. CGC is definitely a monster on it's becoming what, like 60 million shares today. Not that long ago, it was well over 200 million. Like, this is a very, very, like, this is becoming a realer and bigger and more important ticker. Again, do I think fundamentally it's good? Do I know anything about the fundamentals and like financials and their debt and their like this and that and this? No, I know nothing. But volume is king, all right? 16, there are very, very, very good stocks and very, very well established companies that will never hit this as a single highest day, let alone, pushing 200 something, right? So CGC, so much to like. I think there's another dime in this too. Man, this weekly, there's so red to green, red. Like, there's so much to like here. It's still a 54. Weed looks healthy, man. Weed stocks look good here. Actually, this is hopefully a nice little recovery moment. We'll see how sustained it stays, right? So let's come to SNDL. Look, I know this doesn't seem as big as a candle, right? I know it only seems like a little insignificant 2 point something. That's a really important candle. It really is. And again, I know it's not this big. I know it has a wick and it doesn't have that like high of the day comment I just put on CGC. Look, we smashed 2 moving averages on Friday. All right. That is not an easy thing to do. I can't stress that enough. And that is a, like, I wish there was a measuring tool or something on this, right? Like, that candle is almost as big as that smashing candle, right? And to me, I'm okay with it. And again, this is something I talked about. We're now at a place where hopefully we'll take the 50 tomorrow, chill here, and then hopefully take the 200 after it. It's interesting that the RSI is going down, but that's going up, and that's going up, right? Again, there is not a lot down here. Let me say it this way. With indicators, there are times when like you kind of just ignore one thing and put your gut on another thing, for lack of words, right? And like, nothing's here for perfect or anything, right? But yeah, I'm disregarding this going down RSI when I'm seeing this go up, and this go up, right? So Sandal, SNDL, these lines are a lot tighter than CGC was, all right? And this one was able to get over 3, right? Like this one was, what SNDL was still kind of down here, and this is one thing I talked about too, was this was its own little cluster and this was its own little cluster. So there were a little bit of differences, but again, I want to stress, don't just look at this little 2% and get sad. Don't just look at this little candle compared to CGC's big one and get sad. Like SNDL did the job today. It really, really did. It's giving me a reason to actually believe. I think it wants to come up to that $160. You know, I think it's gonna want to take the, and this isn't great, don't get me wrong. Like these lines are a little tighter than ideal, but there's separation within them. It's not like it's this little like tight cluster, right? So SNDL, just one more time, as long as the, oh, did I zoom too much there? What did I do? There we go. SNDL, I'm still happy on the sector. That should do well for this, all right? Let's come into high tide. Ugh, that's what you did today? Get out of here. Why did you do this today? Interesting. There were moments where it looked like it wanted to run. It actually doesn't. Now look, this isn't a horrible candle. We're still like roughly speaking over 50% that candle. Again, there were moments where some people thought it was going to go. It just decided not to. RSI, I guess, was a little high on that. And I think that was something we talked about. No, we've been at 85 before. Interesting. Yeah, I'll be honest. Not the candle I expected. Not the candle I expected after the excitement from the other ones, too. Yeah, I don't know if there was any weird news here. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, listen to me. This is the 4th stock. I say this with love. I make this high tide video for the viewers, right? Like I like you guys and gals, right? Like I feel like we've made a real good connection on the early side. Like high tide doesn't carry the same weight as dude, I would put more weight on ACB than I would high tide, right? And again, that speaks nothing to the fundamentals. I know a lot of the longs, they believe in high tide for several reasons that I understand, right? End of the day, I think the fact that the first 3 are making me feel confident, are making me maintain my high confidence already, right? I think this will be okay. Look, we're still over all 5 moving averages, all right? We're still in a positive MACD. You know, I obviously wish volume was a little better, but hey, this volume was actually bigger than this one, okay? And we're still maintaining the line. Like, I'm just going to kind of call this, knock on wood, a nice little healthy red in a good green. Tomorrow needs to do well. I'll be honest with you. The last thing I want to do is fall back into this 151, right? Like, tomorrow really needs to come into this 165. I think that's a good place to end it here. So, hey, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Otherwise, this is a beautiful day today. It really, really was. So, have a great one, everyone.